What's up, guys? Big Clive 34 coming at you today with Cars and Clive, the antidote for your automotive hangover. Normally, this series is filmed from the cockpit of my Corvette, but today we're coming at you with a little bit different look. The tags on the Vette have died, and I need to get back to the DMV, and the tires on it right now will not pass inspection. So I need to go get another set of tires and do this at the other to get it through inspection. And that's why we're coming at you from the Daily Driver today. With that, we're going to get into the topic of discussion. People keep asking me why I'm wearing this Speed Society hat. I actually work there, and that's what sparked the topic of today's video. I write articles for Speed Society. I think they're a kick-ass company, and therefore I wear this hat a lot, and you've seen it in a lot of videos. So no, I am not sponsored by Speed Society. Yes, I do work at Speed Society, and that's all that you need to know. I was doing a little write-up for Speed Society, a little article on a video, and one of the articles was based around a piece of farming equipment, or like a farming tractor that will basically, it will cut your field or do your crop for you. That would be a pretty cool thing to have as a farmer, I feel like. So that got me to thinking, well, this self-driving technology has expanded past cars and into farming. And I mean, it has been seen on the streets. It's not to the point where everybody's driving it yet. It's not necessarily even to the point where I would feel comfortable enough to drive it without being awake. Like, I wouldn't go to sleep in the back of a self-driving car, because I've seen those things blowing red lights and like nearly running into people and shit. So it's not perfected yet. But it really brought up an interesting thought in my mind. Do you think that there will ever be a day where every car on the road is self-driving? Now, as you all know, we all kind of, in theory, like to partake in a little bit of street racing now and again. So, will there be a day where we see cars that you actually have to drive being outlawed because they're more dangerous than cars that drive themselves? And as a result, will street racing go away? Back in the day when I was younger, when I was 10, 11, 12, all the way up till I was like 15 years old, I was kind of nervous that, like, I really wanted to drive. Us gearheads, you guys know the feeling, like, you love driving. And I could not wait to get my license. And I thought that by the time that I would get to have my license, I would maybe be able to drive for a year, and then we would all run out of gas. Obviously didn't happen. I'm 24 now. I just couldn't remember how old I am. I'm getting old, guys. And obviously I've been driving for 8 or so years. There's plenty of gas. But a quick Google search that I did earlier today said that we only have about 53 or so years left of gas. Now, that number might go up a little bit if we kind of get this electric technology into place more. More people driving electric cars would mean we could stretch that a little bit further. And frankly, I think we have the technology to live without fossil fuels anymore. But I think the face of racing will take on a whole different dynamic if we get rid of fossil fuels. Right now, the Tesla is really fucking cool. I mean, I think that I'm not really the minority in thinking that. I think that seeing that thing go up against the new Z06 and the GTR and all kinds of stuff is really interesting to watch, how this electric car is just coming on the scene and kicking ass. But I think that when you have all electric drag racing, I don't know, I just don't see it being as entertaining as racing with different combustion setups. And like, think about like the Chevy versus Ford rivalry, or like the import versus domestic rivalry. It won't be a turbo 4-cylinder versus a V8 with nitrous or whatever. It'll be electric versus electric, and that's going to be incredibly weird to see if we do in fact run out of fuel in the next 53 years. I wouldn't rule out the possibility of our government taking away the ability to drive within the next 20 or so years, unless you're driving an autonomous car, or maybe putting restrictions on automakers so that they're kind of forced to put out autonomous cars, which could do away with the joy of driving, which would be a travesty to many of us. Also, with electric cars coming around more full circle, I think those two things will kind of push out the way that racing has been for the last, I mean, I know it's always evolving, but basically in drag racing at least, it has been relatively the same for the last, I don't know, 50, 60, 70, 80 years as far as basic concept goes. So that'll be really interesting to watch and see. But I mean, I stick by the title with the scary possibility that racing as we know it could be extinct within the next 20 or 25 years. It'll be, I guess, interesting and scary to watch unfold. Anyways, I want you guys to let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Do you think that racing is going to be threatened by all this new technology that's out there? Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment if you're new here. As always, remember to subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been Big Clyde 34. I'll see you guys next week. Can't wait for that warm weather. Later, guys.